All right, so I'm here in front of a BioQuantum. I'm going to teach you how to change out the high heat switch on it. So let's go. Let's start. So what you want to do first is turn off the unit. So on the back of the unit, there's some switches. Here they are. They're cold and hot. I'm gonna turn them both off, and I'm also going to unplug the unit from its power source. Yours will have a surge protector protecting it, so I'm just gonna unplug it from here. Yeah, what we want to do is unplug it all, and once it's unplugged, you'll see that the lights are all off on the unit. We want to now open the bottom door so we can remove the filters on the bottom, so we can have more room more room back there, so we can replace the heat switch. So to remove the bottom panel, what you want to do is push down on the unit and then pull towards you. That will unlock the door. Once you unlock the door, you'll see that you'll see a set of filters here. We're gonna remove this. So to start, what I want you to do is you might need a towel to catch any residual water that might fall down under here. So what we want to do first is turn off this blue ball valve. This is the on position. That's the off position. It's crossing the line, so that's the off. So if it's in line, then it's on. So we want to turn that off first. And now we're gonna unplug this right here. This is the leak detector. We want to unplug after the. But before that, you may need to draw some water to reduce the pressure on the unit, so it's easier to remove the fitting. So let me get a something to put water in real quick. Just give me a second. Okay, I'm back with something to pour water in, so I'm gonna start pushing water out of here while that ball valve is off on the floor of the unit. So I'm just gonna start withdrawing water. So that should be enough to release the pressure on the line. So now I'm going to disconnect this. To disconnect it, there might be a red clip right there. What you want to do is push. Once you remove that red collar, push down on the collar piece. This is the collar piece around the tubing. You want to push down on it, and then you'll be able to release the tubing. And then once you do that, we can do the next couple of tubings we got to remove the the manifold from the system itself. So here's the next fitting here. I got my towel here to catch any residual water. I'm pushing down on the collar piece, and there we go. So once that's done, we got another one right here. This is for the top of the tank. What you want to do is push down on this thing and then release it like I did with the other one. You can turn that off if it starts leaking on you. And then the last thing we got to do is remove this electrical plug. So what you want to do is push down on these two tabs here, and then what I'm going to do is so yeah, the two tabs here, and then you want to push down and then yank it on there. So yeah, just push down these two tabs and the tabs on the other one, just yank it off. So what you may need to do now is loosen these screws right here. They're the ones holding up the manifold. If they're not loose, you won't be able to remove it. So I'm just going to remove the manifold now. Just yank it out of here. That's how that goes. Once I yank it out, I should have enough room to start work on the replacing the heat switch. So let's get to that now. I'm gonna pause the video and then we will get to the back of the unit. Okay, so we're here in the back of the unit. I just want to show you where the what we're replacing back here. So there's 2 heat switches. There's one on the bottom, one on the top. The one on the top has a button on it. That's the one you click to reset if the heat stops working ever. So what we want to do is replace the top one. We don't want to replace the bottom one. So just showing you where it is right here. So I'm gonna show you how to replace it. I'm gonna show you after I pause the video once more. I just wanted to show you where it's located, and that is right here on top. There's 2. You want the one on the top. Okay, so now we're at the back of the unit. I might teach you how to actually remove it now. So it's on 2 clasps, or on the high heat switches. You don't want to pull it out like this way. You want to push up. So you want to push up when you're doing it. If you pull it this way, those little clasps will bend, and then the heat switch will not go back in. So you really do not want to pull them out this way. You want to push up. You want to pull them up. So not out towards you or whatever. You got to pull it up, push it up. So I'm going to go to the front of the unit now and put my hand in here. The tank is going to be very, very hot. So you got to be very careful. I would even say it's probably a good idea to wait until this is not hot anymore to do this. But so this is going to be very hot. If you do plan to do this, make sure you wear proper materials. I'm wearing a long sleeve to make sure I don't burn myself, because that bottom tank can be very, very hot. So now I'm going to show you how to do it. Remember, we're just pushing it up. Pushing it up. We're not pulling it this way. We're pushing it up. So I'm going to grab this and I'm going to push it up. Alrighty, so I just removed it. I just did it by pushing it up. Pushing it up. I did not pull it this way. Just push it up. Those clasps, you do not want to bend them. Very important, you do not want to bend them. I'm going to pause this video, and now we're going to go to the front. Now we're here in the, okay. So now we're here in front of the machine. As you can see, here's my heat switch. It's right here. I'm going to remove it now. There are these 2 plugs right here. I'm going to remove this one. Then I'm going to remove this one. So I should have these free or whatever. And here's the old one. Has a button in the center of it. So that's what you would push in order to reset it. But we're changing this out completely. So let's get a new one. So here's my new one. I'm gonna replace the wire. I'm gonna put the wires on first, and then I'm gonna slide it back down on the front of it. So to reinsert the wires, now it's not important where they go. So when you do this, you just want to make sure that see the connection here, that these this rounded bit is facing out. So I'm gonna stick the first connection in. Like I said, doesn't matter where these cables go. They can go either or. And now I'm just gonna look for the other plug that I disconnected here. I found it here. It's a white plug right here. It's white. It's in my hand. It's kind of up there, so I'll try my best to get the camera in there. So yeah, there's the white. I'm holding on to it right now. I'm going to put the final, clip it onto the final thing here. So do your best. I know it's hard to see here, but now what you want to do is I'm just gonna plug it back in here. There we go. So there you go. So I got the black wire on and the white wire back on. Now I'm just gonna slide it back in front again. So I'll show you how to do that. I'm gonna pause the video and then you'll see the back of the unit. Okay, we're here in the back of the unit now. I'm gonna show you how to replace, put it back on. So we're just sliding it back down into those two clasps. We're not pulling it or any other thing. We're just pushing it, sliding it down. You do not want to bend these tabs right here, these things right here. So you do not want to bend them at all. Make sure you don't. Make sure you're very careful when you're doing this. So just grab the piece, and you'll see that there are two things that grabs onto right here. So that's gonna sit in the middle, and the two clasps are gonna hold on to these two bits here. So it'll be like this. So you'll have the two clasps here holding it on there, and then you'll have the two wires coming out of there. So it's probably best to have a pair of hands helping you look where this is going. I myself having trouble myself getting to it. So just give me a minute and I should be able to get it on there. Okay, so I got it on there. Sorry I couldn't film it getting on there, or else this video would have been an hour long. I was having a lot of trouble putting it back on. Also, the heat tank is still very hot, so I was burning myself constantly trying to put it back on. So sorry about that. So basically is I got these two clasps right here, and then you just slide it down in those two clasps. Make sure they're both underneath the clasp. You don't want to see either of these things on the side. So just make sure it's sitting in there. It's very hard to do, especially if you have big hands like I do. So what I would recommend is waiting for it to cool down and then changing it out. That's what I would do. Yeah, what I did is grabbed it and put it back down in there. It doesn't matter where the wires are going. Like I said earlier, just make sure it's in there. Now that I'm done with that, I will have to put the manifold back in, and then we could restart the machine. So I'm gonna pause the video and we can go back to when we get that done. So we're here at the bottom of the machine again. I'm gonna put on our manifold back in. So I got the manifold here. First things first, I'm gonna put it back on its screws here. So once it's back on its screws, I can start plugging back things in. So if there's water in here, like I got water in here, my leak detector went off. You'll probably want to clean any water that might have fallen through here, because any amount of water will restart the leak detector. I unplugged my leak detector for this, so I'll plug it back in. So just give me a second, get that back in there. Okay, so I got my leak detector back on. I'm gonna stick, this is the first tubing that has to go on there. It's the one that goes up to the sediment filter here in the back. Here's the sediment filter, that's where it goes up to. And then now I'm gonna plug in the drain. So on the back of the unit, it'll say drain, and then a tubing you'll see that comes out of there to the front of the machine. That's what we're gonna put the drain line here. That's where this piece goes. It says 550 milliliter right here, it'll say on there, or whatever it says, 550. And that's for the drain. And then we have a gray tank line here we got to plug back in. So I'm gonna plug it back in here. This is where it goes. And then I got my UV bulb here. I gotta find the ballast connection here. Here it is. Just gotta match it up and then connect it. That's good to go. Now I'm gonna turn on this. I turned on the ball valve on the bottom already when I plug that in. I'm gonna get some towels to put underneath the leak detector. Here's my towels for my leak detector. Stick them there. That goes there. Make sure it catches any water. And then once we're done with that, once we're done with that, we can turn the machine back on. All I do is reset this guy, and then I'll just plug it back in. Like I said, you'll have a surge protector for yours. This is just a unit I'm making right now, so there's a plug it back in, and then plug in your ozonator if it's unplugged, and then turn on both switches, and then it should start working again. So there's lights. So that's how you change out the high heat switch. Let me show you. I put the door back on now. So there's a little hole in the bottom of the thing, and then there's a spring here. You want to line those two things up and then push down and then push away from you, and then you should be able to put it back on. And that's how you do that. So it's a quick video on how to hopefully quick change out the heat switch on the back of the unit. If you have any more questions or concerns or need more help, please let me know. So I'm gonna get off this video now, and bye-bye.